A card in the next Magic set, Duskmourn, is so powerful, it's already on the shortlist to get banned in a couple formats, and is a huge combo enabler. Let's take a look. The card, Kona, Rescue Beastie, is a 4-mana, 4/3 beast with survival. It has, at the beginning of your second main phase, if Kona, Rescue Beastie, is tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. The first thing to note here is that Kona doesn't have to attack to get this trigger, so it can happen the turn it's cast. Also, it doesn't need to tap itself. All you need to do is find a way to tap it, and then you get to put your bestest permanent into play. The application in older formats is pretty easy to see, right? You want to put Emrakul into play? Sure. You want to play Omniscience? Yeah, you can do that too. Or maybe you just want to slam like a Crater Hoof or a really big Planeswalker, whatever the biggest permanent you can think of. What are you thinking of? Well, I mean, congrats, it's free with Kona. There's the obvious downside here, that it dies to removal and is just a creature, etc. But this is a pretty easy turn 3 play in Modern. What worries me more is what this card could do in Standard. I mean, do you want to kill your opponent on turn 4 in Standard? Sure, no problem. Here's one way to do it. To start, we need something that can tap Kona. You can use Convoke cards, but I like vehicles better. Let's say you play Flywheel Racer on turn 3. On turn 4, you cast Kona using all 4 of your lands, then you go to your second main phase. The survival trigger will go on the stack, and before it resolves, you tap Kona with the Flywheel Racer for a red mana. I'll explain why the red mana in a minute. Let's let Kona's trigger resolve, and we get to put a permanent onto the battlefield. But what should we put? A big creature? There's a few good choices in Standard right now, like, Atala here, but I want to get spicier than that. Let's put the enchantment Colossification into play. We can put it on either Kona or the Flywheel Racer, it doesn't matter. Colossification gives either one +20, +20. So, next turn we could attack for lethal, if we want, but why wait that long to win? Let's use the red mana we floated to cast Burn Together. That's the adventure half of Callous Sellsword. Burn Together says, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any other target, then sacrifice it. And any target does include your opponent, so we're going to toss a 24/24 Kona at their face on turn 4. Feels pretty good, GG. So yeah, I know that's a wonky 4-card combo in Standard, but it's mostly just to show you how powerful the card is. Kona is something like a creature that generates you 6 or 7 mana a turn if you use it right. Also, imagine how scary this card is when it attacks. You almost always have to block to try and kill it. I could see this card just as like a scare factor in some standard mid-range like beatdown decks for sure. My bet is that Kona actually probably won't get banned in Standard, unless there's a better combo than the one I just mentioned. That's too many cards. As for Modern and Commander, I'd guess it might cause problems in Modern, but it's probably on par with the craziness that goes on in Commander. So maybe a Modern ban? I don't know. I'm excited to see what people will do with it, and if you have a particularly good idea, let me know in the comments. I want to see.